Okay, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Now I can hear myself, and now I know that my mic is on. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? It's another game that we got on Play by Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night, as we are just about ready to head into the evening on the East Coast. Hopefully, you guys are staying safe out there, and that you're all doing well. Phillies taking on the Washington Nationals. And, well, the Nationals, they're 32-48 on the season. They're actually 19-21 on the road. But the Phillies really have just owned the Nationals. And what I mean by that is, well, they're 37-13 over their last 50 games that they've played against the Washington Nationals. So, I mean, talk about a team that can just beat somebody down. The Phillies have really been able to do that, and they're hoping to try to sweep the Nationals because they got a really tough week ahead of them. You know, they take on the Miami Marlins, they make their way out to Florida, and the Marlins have been playing really good baseball, and the Tampa Bay Rays, obviously one of the best teams, if not the best team, arguably in Major League Baseball. So you have to really take care of business against the Nationals, and then play some very, 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 very meaningful baseball games coming up right before the All-Star break. So it'll be something to look for. But tonight, Josiah Gray is on the bump for the Nationals, and the Phillies, they're going to have to try to, continue to hit off of him. I was looking at the stats a little bit earlier, as there's at least 6 guys in this lineup, in the Phillies lineup, that have hit home runs off of Josiah Gray, which is unbelievable. So hopefully the long ball will be working for them. When you take a look at the Phillies entering into the month of June, they're 25-30. They're now 43-37, which is unbelievable. But they're 10 games behind the Braves, and they're 1.5 games behind the final wild card spot. So the Phillies just have to try to continue the offense against the Washington Nationals and just try to put the ball in play and put up really good at-bats. And hopefully on the other side, Cristopher Sanchez will go pretty deep. If you can get at 5-6 good innings out of him, that would be really good to see for sure. All right, let's take a look at your comments on here. I want to say hello to all of you. Larry says, gotta beat garbage teams like the Nats. Yeah. You have to beat down on your weaker opponents, that's for sure. Castellanos has really been hot. He's been red hot in the month of June, and he's hitting .355 with 21 RBI. He has to today. Hopefully, he can try to, continue to get on base. He had that big home run, that big 3-run home run in Game 2 of this series, or not of this series, sorry, against the Cubs in that series, and he just has to hopefully play really well. That's really what it comes down to. So the Phillies will be playing in just a little bit. First pitch will be underway in just a few moments, as they have a 9-game road winning streak, but now they're back home and playing at Citizens Bank Park. How will they be able to respond from that 3-game sweep that they had in Chicago? And can they continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal? That remains to be seen. But as far as the lineups go, we'll take a look at the National starting lineup first. So Lane Thomas is playing out in right field. He'll be hitting in the leadoff spot. Luis Garcia is over at second base. He's batting second. Jemer Candelario is over at third base in the hot corner. He's hitting third. Joey Meneses, the DH for tonight's game, in the cleanup spot. And Keibert Ruiz is behind the plate. Stone Garrett batting sixth. He's playing in left field. The first baseman is Dom Smith. In center field, Derek Hill will be playing over there. And C.J. Abrams is batting ninth at the shortstop position. Yeah, Lane Thomas has been one of those really good hitters for the Nationals. He had a leadoff home run the other night, not too long ago. It was earlier this week. So, once again, it's Thomas, Garcia, Candelario, Meneses, Keibert Ruiz, Garrett, Smith, Hill, and Abrams. And that is your starting lineup for the Washington Nationals. And for the Phillies, who are they going to be sending out on the mound? Well, they got Cristopher Sanchez. And Cristopher Sanchez, the last time he did face the Nationals, it was on October 1st of 2022. He went 3 innings. He faced 14 batters. He allowed 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and he did have a strikeout, but hopefully he'll be able to go 4 to 5 innings today. I think that that's definitely something that Rob Thompson will try to push for as well. If he's on with his stuff, that would be definitely very beneficial for this Phillies team, for sure. So, and on the season for Cristopher Sanchez, well, when you take a look at his stats, he's been doing all right. He's gone 13 1/3 of an inning. He's now 26 years old. He has a 4.05 ERA, 14 strikeouts, and a 1.05 WHIP. Last time he pitched was against the Mets, and he went 5 innings. He allowed 3 earned runs, gave up a home run, and had 4 strikeouts. But if you look at the outing before that against the Oakland Athletics, he went 4 innings and didn't allow a run, had 5 strikeouts and 1 walk allowed and only 1 hit, too. And that was the game where the Phillies actually ended up winning it in the 12th inning, and they won by a score of 3-2. So hopefully they get a very consistent version out of Cristopher Sanchez today. And if he can throw a lot of ground ball pitches, I think that that's all that you can ask for. Try to make the hitters feel a little bit off balance. And even though it would be nice to see the defense really try to step up, we know that our defense has been really inconsistent and unreliable at times. So you have to really just try to make your pitches count and put it in a really good spot in order for hitters to feel off balance. So if it comes down to changing up the pitches and figuring out pitch selection and that type of thing, you got to do what you got to do. And JT has to help him behind the plate, try to call a really good game. So, and execute the pitches perfectly too. All right, so once again, we'll just repeat the lineups for those of you that are just tuning in. Thomas is out in right field. Garcia's at second base. Candelario's the third baseman. Meneses is the DH. This is for the Nationals. Ruiz behind the plate. Garrett in left. Smith in at first base. Hill in center. And Abrams at shortstop. Larry says if he's pitching well, got to let him go beyond the 4th. Yes, for sure. This is the time where you really have to try to let the bullpen rest because you might need them a lot next week when you go to Florida. So I would really like to see the bullpen try to not be utilized as much in this series, and hopefully your starters will go 6, 7, 8 innings. I mean, it'd be nice to see Cristopher Sanchez go 6 innings tonight. I think that may be a lot to ask for, but maybe not. Maybe not. We'll have to just wait and see. But Alvarado could get some rest. Kimbrel could certainly get some rest. I know Jeff Hoffman was day-to-day, and even though he was available last night, it doesn't hurt if he gets more rest and that type of thing. So, Phillies starting pitchers, speaking of the starting pitching, in the month of June, they're actually 12-3 with a 2.78 ERA. And batters are hitting 207 against the Phillies starting pitchers. So, and it's funny because you even take Aaron Nola and how much he's been struggling, and you put that into the whole equation. You kind of wonder to yourself, how much lower would that be if Nola was actually pitching like a Cy Young pitcher that he was doing at times last season? Don't know, but just very curious, and I think it's an interesting point to bring up. So, but, yep. Larry says July schedule gets tougher. It does, and that's why you got to win. You really have to win these games. I mean, there's just no question about it. Every game does count, but these games really do count. And when you look at the end of the season, when you go back to the whole season in its entirety, you're going to say to yourself, well, we should have won some more games. And obviously we should have lost some games and that type of thing too, and we can have that conversation. But you got to win these games. These games get really tough in July, and you have to take care of business. And then you have lots of divisional play too coming up as well. That'll be in September, so you have to make sure that you're doing everything that you possibly can. Snowman, what's going on? Guys, I just want to remind you all, okay, so Snowman is going to also be calling the game 2 on his channel. He'll be doing the Nationals Phillies game as well. We're going to go support him even during our stream, and we're going to listen to him as well. And I'm going to have him on my phone. You guys might not be able to hear it, but we got to show our fellow casters some love for sure. Please go give him a subscription. I want to make sure that I have him on as well. And I'll also be listening to the full recording like after the game, just so that I can pick up some things that he's doing, because I gotta give my man a lot of love, and I gotta be there for him. So it's what we gotta do. It's what we at Play by Play with JJ Studios do for one another. Okay. Well, the game, wasn't it supposed to get started at 6:05? It was literally supposed to get started at 6:05. Is everything okay? Maybe now they're saying stuff about the air quality. I don't know. Let me have Twitter up. I should remind myself to have Twitter up on my phone. I really should. But yeah, game time was supposed to be at 6:05. So let's see. Somebody else said, "Is this game going to start?" That's funny. Phillies first pitch, 6:05-ish. Now is the thing. Okay. Well, everybody's in their seats, and yeah, so I guess we're just about ready to get underway. There's a big crowd tonight at Citizens Bank Park, as there's the Philly Fanatic. Nationals were in their regular gray top uniforms and gray bottom with the red letters on the back of the jerseys, or of the uniforms, and red letters too. Red letters, red numbers. Larry says, "Snow, thanks for all the answers. I know I ask a lot of questions." It's okay, I asked a lot of questions too. But that was fun that we were able to do that today. And I got to tune in, and that was really nice. All right, so they're not getting underway just yet. So I think that now is the perfect time for us to talk more about this division. So the NL East, man, we talk about how the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves continue to just be red hot. Phillies just have to continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Phillies are 7-3 over their last 10 games, and if they could try to gain some ground on the Marlins when they play against them on Tuesday through Thursday, that would be really nice. I know Jazz Chisholm is back in their lineup now. Garrett Cooper's swinging the bat really well. Luis Arias, of course, has been doing really good too. And, even their starting pitching, Jesus Luzardo pitched a really good game the other day. And Sandy Alcantara's starting to pitch a little bit better, which is good for them. But they have quite a ball club, and everybody should definitely take them really seriously. Not saying that you shouldn't have taken them seriously before, but they've been doing this for a really long time, and it's been over a period of time now where they've really played incredible baseball and have found ways to win. All right, so here we go. Cristopher Sanchez on the mound, and we're just about ready to get started. Sanchez does have a 4.05 ERA. 14 strikeouts in 13 innings of work. He's 0-1 on the season. This will be his 4th start. He's only allowed 3 walks. And the main thing for him, the key for him, has to be to keep the ball down. Try to attack the strike zone. Utilize the corners. Paint the pictures on each side of the strike zone and put them in good spots. And just make the hitters guess. That's what it comes down to. So Thomas will be leading things off. There's Dave Martinez, who's in his 6th season as the Nationals manager, and he won the 2019 World Series with the Nationals, of course. He's been a very good manager. Actually, he got ejected a couple of days ago after calling balls and strikes, but he's been somebody that's been very vocal, and the clubhouse loves him. First pitch just underway, and it's in there for a called strike. Sanchez kicks, steals, and it's downstairs. Lane Thomas hitting .298 on the season with 14 home runs, 43 RBI. The 1-1 line drive into left field. It drops in front of Schwarber for a base hit, and Thomas gets aboard with a leadoff single as the throw is cut off by Turner. Over his last 16 games, Thomas is actually hitting .349, and that's exactly why the Nationals have him in the leadoff spot, because he does a very good job at just setting the tone. So Luis Garcia is up next, so Thomas gets aboard with a leadoff single to start off the ball game. Sanchez kicks, steals, and it's a swing and a miss. Jansen Visconti is the home plate umpire for tonight's game. Edwin Jimenez is over at first base. Carlos Torres is the second base ump, and the third base ump is Ron Kolpa. 0-1, the pitch. Ground ball, pulled over towards the first base side, throw over the second, there's one, and that's all that they're going to get. So Stott played it on 2 ops, threw it over to Trey Turner, who was covering second base, and it's just a 4-6 fielder's choice ground out. Good pitch thrown by Cristopher Sanchez. He went with a fastball that was just a little bit low, and Garcia just didn't anticipate that coming, and he thought that he was going to get more underneath it. 1 out in the top of the first. Sanchez facing Candelario, and Candelario fouls the first pitch off. What's up, Lucky? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on here. What's up, Walmart man? He wants to know what should you bet on. I don't know, man. I have no idea. 0-1. The pitch to Sanchez, or the pitch by Sanchez, is a slider. It's taken inside and on the inside corner. Oof, man. The only time that Sanchez got the win against the Nationals was when he pitched on July 5th of last year. The 0-2, way inside and low. He went 5 innings that time. He only had 2 strikeouts. He faced 18 batters and only allowed 2 hits. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Candelario. The pitch, ground ball, hit over to third, but it's just foul. Pretty good crowd at the ballpark tonight at Citizens Bank Park. Going back over to first base is Lane Thomas. Candelario has been in the conversation of being moved by the trade deadline. It's been in the talks. The 1-2 delivery just fouled. The pitch was wide and low. But Jemer does stay alive. One and 2. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup thrown by Cristopher Sanchez as it was in the dirt. And there's 2 gone. Pitch selection and pitch sequence was going to be one of the other things I said that was going to be a key. Have to try to make sure that you utilize that toolbox of yours and put the pitches in the right spot and figure out what you're going to go to in certain spots. Here comes Joey Meneses, who's batting on the right side. He fouls the first pitch off of his foot. He has reached base in 38 of his last 43 games. And he's hitting .287 on the season. 2 outs, a runner over at first in the top of the first. Throw back over to first is not in time. What is up? What is up, Soul? He says, yo, I bet Cristopher Sanchez under 4 strikeouts tonight. Is that good? I guess so. It could happen, I guess. 0-1. Sanchez kicks, steals, and there's a 92-mile-per-hour sinker that is swung on and missed. Joey is 1 for 3 lifetime against Cristopher Sanchez with an RBI single. Throw back over to first as the runner was going over to second base, and now he's in a pickle, so Garcia gets thrown out. Oh, my goodness. Some poor miscommunication. I don't know what Garcia was doing. Literally, Cristopher Sanchez was looking over at first base, and Garcia literally started going and wasn't even paying attention. And then he stopped, and as soon as he stopped, Cristopher Sanchez threw it over to first base, and he was out at second. So that's going to do it. We go to the bottom of the first inning as the Nationals get no runs, but the Phillies are coming up to bat. That was really bizarre. He gets picked off. It was like Cristopher Sanchez was watching him, and Thomas was just going off, and then he looked up and was like, oh. I know. Crazy. All right, guys. So let me I have to do this again really quickly. I'm so sorry. All right, let me make sure I have this correct. I do. And then we'll go over the starting lineup for the Phillies. If you just subscribe to my channel, I really do appreciate that. Please make sure that you shout yourself out so that way I can give you a shout out. I do want to apologize again today. There's so much going on in the city of Philadelphia, and I'd love to talk about it all, but I just couldn't do it today. And tomorrow I have a very busy day, and Sunday's going to be a busy day too, so we'll do it on Monday. We'll have our Flyers cast and our Sixers cast too. And we may hear more news about the Sixers in the coming days, so we'll have to just wait and see. Yes. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Phillies. So Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off. He's the left fielder. Trey Turner right behind him over at shortstop. Nick Castellanos batting third. He's playing in right field. Bryce Harper is the DH for tonight's game. He's batting in the cleanup spot. JT Realmuto in the 5-hole behind the plate. The second baseman is Bryson Stott. Third baseman is Alec Bohm. And Brandon Marsh is playing out in center field. Cody Clemens will be playing over at first base tonight. And that'll round things up. As Schwarber will lead things off. And the first pitch at the bottom of the first is way outside and upstairs. On the first pitch of last night's game, Kyle Schwarber hit a missile that landed, I think it's still landing now. The 1-0, it's on the inside corner. How many pitches is he at? Just had a strikeout in the first. 1-1. Gray kicks, fires, and it's way outside for ball 2. Josiah Gray, in 89 innings this season, he has a 3.43 ERA, 78 strikeouts, and he's walked 42 batters. He does have a 5-6 record, and this is his 17th game that he will be appearing in. What's up, Jacqueline? How you doing? I hope all is well. 2-1. Gray kicks, steals, and it's swung on and missed. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Schwarber hitting 186 on the season, as I mentioned. And he takes the 2-2 up high. Trey Turner, the birthday boy, waits on deck. He's hitting 249 on the season with 8 home runs. Payoff pitch to Schwarber. Line drive, fouled off. Kyle lifetime against Josiah Gray is 5 for 13 with a double, 2 homers, 2 RBI, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Payoff pitch inside for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk by Kyle Schwarber. Good at bat. Schwarber leads the team with walks. He has 56. Make that 57 now on the season. Here comes Trey Turner, the other former National. And he takes the first pitch way downstairs and way inside. Trey's now on a 6-game hitting streak and is 8 for his last 24. He's been seeing the ball really well. He's raised his batting average up to 250. was down in the 220s. Gray kicks, steals, and that one is sliced foul. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Phillies in their pinstripe uniforms with the red letters and the red numbers as well. Schwarber leads off at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gray kicks, fires, and it's fouled back towards the net. Right behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Trey Turner. It was 4 for 8 with a home run and 2 RBI against Josiah Gray. Schwarber leads off again at first base. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2, swing and a miss. And he swung at a pitch that was wide and strikes out for the first out of the game. Oh boy. It was not a good at bat whatsoever. But Nicky C is up. He's hitting .309 with 10 home runs and 49 RBI. Was not named an all-star starter, but he's putting up some really great numbers. And he takes that one on the outside corner. He's already behind in the count. 0-1. Nick Castellanos, 31 years old, from Florida. The 0-1, swing and a miss. That was on a sweeper that was low and outside. On deck is Bryce Harper. Gray with 13 pitches in this inning so far. It's 0-2 to Castellanos, and the pitch. Did he go? Check swing. First base umpire says, yes, he did. Wow. And Rob Thompson having some words. He did not come out of the dugout yet, but he's looking over at the first base umpire saying, wow. And Castellanos can't even believe that he was called out. Let's see. Did he check his swing? He did. He did check it. But Edwin Jimenez says that he went around and there's 2 away. Bottom of the first. A runner over at first. That's Kyle Schwarber, who got on with a leadoff walk. And here comes Bryce Harper. So back-to-back strikeouts for Josiah Gray, who kicks and fires, and it's on the outside corner. That pitch looked like it was just a hair off the plate. Harper, his batting average has gone down to .278. He does have a .380 OBP, though. 3 homers and 20 RBI. No balls, 1 strike. Gray kicks, steals, and it swung on and missed. That was on a 4-seam fastball right down Broad Street, and Harper could not catch up to it. Real Muto waits in the on-deck circle. A sold-out crowd at Citizens Bank Park on the last day of June. The 0-2 swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3, and Josiah Gray strikes out the side. We now go to the top of the second inning. No runs. Schwarber stranded over at first, and the Nationals coming back up as we are still scoreless. Okay, top of the second inning we go. Nice. If you guys are brand new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night so far. Please make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn those notification bell icons on as well, so that way you know when I upload or whenever I go live. Yes, let's put on Snowman's cast, because I'm really curious to see how he's doing. I'll have him on in the background. Please also go check out Snowman Multimedia's cast of the game as well. We want to make sure that we give him some love and support too. There we go. Oh, I think he's a little bit behind us. Wow. He is a little bit behind us. But that's all right. That's cool. Larry says no offensive strategy, just swing, swing, swing. Yeah, you and I had that conversation the other day on the Phillies post-series pod that you basically just brought up that you have to show more plate discipline and you have to be really good at the plate. And I even, like, after you were done, I said that it's not even just about the plate discipline, it's just about the fundamentals too. So, that's a whole nother part about it as well. So, but yeah. What's going on over here? Someone going on at the Wells Fargo Center tonight? They have Ala and Kate over there. Oh, I was in the booth. Wow, Ala Abdel Nabi. He's in the booth. Call games with Tom McCarthy too. That's funny. Ala Abdel Nabi. That's funny. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to give him an introduction like that. All right, first pitch to Meneses is on the inside corner for a called strike. Comes Cristopher Sanchez, and the pitch is inside and low for ball one. Maybe we're a little bit behind. 1-1. Sanchez kicks, fires, and it's swung on and missed. Huh. Very interesting. Meneses in the month of June has 5 doubles, 10 RBI, and a triple as well. 1-2. And the pitch, swing and a miss on a slider that was on the inside corner at the knees. 2 strikeouts in a row for Cristopher Sanchez. And Keibert Ruiz is due up next. Ruiz's lifetime against Sanchez is 0 for 2. That's cool that they have Ala Abdel Nabi in the booth. That's awesome. The 0-1 at the knees for a called strike. They didn't show the first pitch, but the second pitch was down low. One ball, one strike. Sanchez kicks, steals, and it's lined over to shortstop, backhanded by Turner, who's on the grass, throws over to first, and it's not in time. Clemens' foot was off the bag. He had to jump up, and he tried to tag the bag, but was not able to do so. The throw was a little bit high. There's Kate Scott. That's cool. She's at the game on a beautiful night at the ballpark. So that should be ruled as an infield single because it would have been a hard play to get Ruiz out. First pitch to Garrett is lined foul. Somebody get Turner a new glove for his birthday. To be fair, Ruiz was hustling down the line, but still, you're right. No balls, one strike. Sanchez kicks, steals, and it's inside and in the dirt, too. Oh, boy. All right. If you guys have any favorite color commentators for basketball or for any other sport, please drop them down below because I'm really curious. They score as an E6. It's understandable. It is. I could see it going either way. 1-1 pitch. There's a towering fly ball drilled out to deep left field. Forget about that one. Stone Garrett has put the Nationals on the board. A 2-0 ball game for Washington. 363 feet it went, and the Nationals lead it 2-0. No, I can't listen to that. Breaking. The Rangers acquired Aroldis Chapman from the Royals in exchange for minor league outfielder Ronnie Cabrera. How about that? That's interesting. Nationals lead it 2-0. And Dom Smith is due up at the plate. He's hit safely in 11 of his last 15 games. The 1-0. It's taken at the heart and soul of the plate for a called strike. So Sanchez just give up a 2-run home run. And the 1-1 is poked out into center field for a base hit. And now we have another base runner that gets aboard, as Marsh will throw it in towards the cutoff man, and there's a 1-out single. Some of these pitches that Sanchez is throwing, they're a little bit more up in the zone now. So, it's pretty crazy. Here's Derek Hill, who's hitting 167. Still looking for his first home run and his first RBI. And he lines this one out to right field. Castellanos has to back up. He goes back to the track, leaps up, and makes the catch right in front of the out-of-town scoreboard. Throw is cut off over at second base, and Smith does go back to first. Good play by Nick Castellanos. Had to back up and just made not such an easy play. That is the second out of the inning. And C.J. Abrams, who's hitting .324 over his last 11 games, is up next, batting on the left side. 2 outs and a runner over at first. Nationals lead it 2-0. The pitch at the knees. Fastball at 94. Oh and 1 to C.J. Abrams. Sanchez kicks, steals, and it's fouled back. Oh, boy. So the Phillies are already behind. But in their bottom half of the second inning, they will have Realmuto, Stott, and Bohm due up. 0-2, and the pitch. Chopper, that's fouled off towards the first base side. Patrick Corbin pitched really well in last night's game for the Washington Nationals and gave some signs of what he was back in 2019. Went 7 strong innings. Didn't give up a run. And pitched really well. No balls, 2 strikes to C.J. Abrams. Sanchez with the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the side is retired, but the Nationals strike first on a 2-run home run by Stone Garrett. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. Phillies trail 2-0. Okay. All right. I will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Please make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too, and turn on the bell icon as well. All right. I'll be right back. See you soon. Alrighty, cool. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. All right, here we go. Sorry about those. All right, JT Realmuto will lead things off as we head to the bottom of the second inning. JT, in his career versus Josiah Gray, he is 3 for 11. First pitch, wide. He has a home run, 2 RBI. He struck out 4 times. The 1-0 delivery is on the outside corner. Good sell by Keibert Ruiz as JT shakes his head. JT's hitting .248 with 8 home runs and 28 RBI. Started off the month of June really well, but has been ice cold for a little bit of time for over the last 2 weeks. The pitch fouled back. JT is hitting .228 with 18 homers and 5 homers in just the month of June. That's in 22 games. 1-2 pitch, line drive into left field, and it's caught right before the track. It was hit pretty sharply, but Stone Garrett got a good read on it and catches it for the first out. Phillies still hunting for their first hit, but we're only in the bottom of the second inning, and Bryson Stott is due up next. Stott takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Stott is batting .206 with 7 hits over his last 2 weeks, that is. His regular batting average is at .290. That's his total batting average. But he has scored 4 runs and has driven in 3 RBI over his last 2 weeks. No balls, 2 strikes to Stott. Josiah Gray gets the signs from Ruiz. Kicks, steals, and it's fouled off. Stott does have 7 home runs and 30 runs batted in. One of the best 2-strike hitters in the league. The 0-2 poked into center field for a base hit. It got over the head of C.J. Abrams. And the throw is cut off. And there's a 1-out single, and that's the first hit of the ball game for Philadelphia. I liked how Bryson wasn't necessarily looking to pull the baseball, but just put the ball in play and make some solid contact with it. It was a fastball that was supposed to be a little bit more down, like towards the dirt, but it stayed up in the zone, and he hit it nail on the head. Bohm takes the first pitch up high. The throw over the second base to get Stott is not in time, and Bryson Stott gets in there safely. He steals second base. And that gets rid of the double play ball. And it's a 1-0 count. That was the first hit, dude. Schwarber walked. The 1-0 is outside and low. Two balls, no strikes to Alec Bohm, who's batting .267 on the season. Gray looks back at second. The pitch. Line drive into center field for a base hit. Stott going over to third. And now he's rounding third, coming in to score. The left fielder, Garrett, throws it to the cutoff man, and the Phillies get a run back on an RBI single by Alec Bohm. Phillies fans standing up. This is what happens when you play small ball. And that's now the second hit of the ball game. Yes. There we go. Here comes Brandon Marsh. Marsh had a 2-home run game a couple of nights ago. You're good. You're good. You're good, my guy. Phillies down 2-1. The pitch to Marsh. Upstairs. Ooh, it was called a strike. And Marsh even having some words with Jansen Visconti. That pitch has not been so consistent with the calls. 0-1. Gray with the 30th pitch. It's outside. It's hard to believe that tomorrow's really July 1st. Can you guys believe that? Tomorrow's July 1st. Marsh hitting .283 on the season with 7 home runs. The 1-1 delivery. Fly ball hit out to right field, and it's just caught at the track. Marsh just missed a home run. And catching it out in right field is Lane Thomas, and there's 2 away. All right, Cody Clemens is up next with 2 outs. A runner over at first. That's Alec Boehm, who got on with an RBI single. And Clemens is hitting .237 with 4 homers and 13 RBI. Gray gets the signs, kicks, fires, and it's on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. So Gray already has 3 strikeouts in 1 2/3 of an inning, and Sanchez has 2, or 3, I should say. He has 3 too. The 0-1 fouled back because he struck out Candelario, struck out Meneses, and struck out Abrams. No balls, 2 strikes. Gray still on the bump. 33 pitches. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 to Cody is fouled back right behind home plate. So, yeah, Aroldis Chapman got traded. That's crazy. Got traded to the Texas Rangers. 0-2. Throw back to first to get Marsh, or to get Boehm is in time. Boehm was caught sleeping, and Boehm tried to dive back in there safely, but he's ruled out. Wow. But the side is retired. The Phillies do get a run back, though, on an RBI single by Alec Boehm. And now we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Okay. Larry says, I have a sports app that gives me real-time stats. I see. I know. See, this is why I don't know, like, what it is. If it's I don't know if it's my internet or what it is that's, like, slower compared to when I see other people do it. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Okay, though. Time to go to the top of the 3rd inning, which means it is time to wish everybody a happy birthday that has a birthday on this day, including Trey Turner, who's not on this list. So happy birthday, Trey Turner. All right. Next person we have to wish a happy birthday to. How about Michael Phelps? Michael Phelps, born on this day in 1985. That's absolutely insane. So he's now 38 years old. Happy birthday to Michael Phelps. Garrett Anderson. Wow. Former baseball player Garrett Anderson, who's 51 years old. Mike Tyson. Happy birthday to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, born in 1966 on this day. Oh, boy. He's 57 now. Mitch Richmond. Happy birthday to Mitch Richmond, who is now 58 years old. Born in 1965 on this day. And finally, happy birthday to Tubby Smith. Wow, that's a good one. 72-year-old Tubby Smith. That's awesome. All right, so happy birthday to all those people as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Phillies trail 2-1 against the Nats. And here comes Thomas, who takes it inside. What does he say? Not directed at you, JJ. Oh, I know. Thomas singled in the first, and he lays off the next pitch as it's out on the outside corner, taken all the way for a called strike. 1-1. Sanchez kick steals, and it's inside for ball 2. Two balls, one strike. Sanchez with the next pitch. It's fouled off. Oh, boy. Tonight I got a dog sit. That's what I'm going to do after this game. I got a dog sit for a family friend. 2-2. Fouled off. I consider them to be family friends. Do any of you guys have dogs? I'm a big dog person. The pitch. Inside for ball 3. Favorite night? Bark in the park. For sure. I have a golden doodle. Her name is Reese. I love her so much. She's so nice. The pitch. Outside and low. And it gets away. But Thomas does get on with a walk. So that is the second time today that he has gotten on base. Led off the game with a single. Leads off the top of the third inning with a walk. Oh, is he a good boy? Yes. Garcia is up at the plate, and he lays off the first pitch. It's down low for a ball. Garcia did ground into a 4-6 fielder's choice in the first inning. I just saw that the Orioles are in a rain delay. Oh, boy. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. I haven't really had a lot of time to start playing on my PlayStation as much. Still have a PS4. But I could totally use, I could totally do that. Like later tonight. The 1-1. It's at the knees for a called strike. I'm not really too much of a video game type of a guy, per se. But I do like to play Madden sometimes. I do like to play NBA 2K as well. As the 1-2 is fouled off. But I know some of my friends. I used to like playing Fortnite. But not so much nowadays. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanchez looks back at first. Now back to home plate. And here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 2. So Cristopher Sanchez has 43 pitches already. 10 seconds are left on the pitch clock. 2-2. Thomas at first. The pitch. Ground ball. Hit over to second base. Stott's just going to tag out the runner for 1. Throws over to first in time. A 4-3 double play by Bryson Stott. It was in between the second base and first base bag as it was pulled over right towards his way, and there's 2 away. Oh, boy. Wow. First pitch to Candelario is on the inside corner, taken all the way for a called strike. So Garcia, that's the second time tonight that he's grounded into a double play. The 0-1, outside. Noah says MLB Ticket and Masson have us blacked out for tonight, and we're watching for the first time. Oh, that's so cool. Got to read the rest of the comment, and I will. But the 1-1 is way upstairs for ball 2. Let me make sure I have that correct. You're doing a great job. That's so cool, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. 2-1 to Candelario. A changeup that is swung on and missed. So there's nobody on. 2 outs in the top of the third. Nationals have a 2-1 lead, thanks to a 2-run home run by Stone Garrett. The 2-2, it's fouled off of the foot of Candelario, and he has to take a step out of the batter's box. Man, that kid just destroyed that cotton candy. My gosh. He like vacuumed that whole thing up. How does that happen? 2-2 delivery by Sanchez. Downstairs and outside. 50 pitches by Sanchez. And it's now a full count to Candelario. The payoff pitch. Line drive back up the middle for a base hit, and it goes out into center field. A hard shot hit by Candelario, and he gets on for the first time tonight. Young Jr., the first base coach, gives him a little pound and a little pat on the back as well. Well, Sanchez pitched a fastball that was right at the knees, and I think that Candelario knew what was coming, and sort of like what Bryson Stott did in that at-bat that Stott was up and got himself a hit out to center field. It was the same exact approach. Joey takes the first pitch on the inside corner. That's in there for a called strike. A runner over at first. Sanchez fires away, and it's on the inside corner on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. Joey's second on the Nationals in hits, right behind Lane Thomas. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss on a changeup that was low and away. And Cristopher Sanchez gets out of the inning. So no runs, 1 man left. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. Phillies down 2-1 against the Washington Nationals. Okay. Great. Good. Alrighty, guys. So in case you're tuning in for the very first time, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ, where we cover almost every single Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, and Patriots cast. We always try to come on here and we do games while they're live. We practice our play-by-play calls, and we interact with people, and we also do pods as well. We have our Phillies post-series pod. We just released a new episode tonight, so please make sure that you go tune in. I love you all so much, and I can't thank you all enough for being on here and for giving me all this love and support over the last 6 months. For those of you that do not know me, I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who are the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, which is really coincidental. So obviously you Washington fans would know about that. But yes, that's really cool, actually. I didn't even think about that till now. And I also call games for the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers, the Delaware Bluecoats as well. Miguel wants to know if the Phillies are going to win this game. I don't know. I think that so far it has not been off to the best start, but they can certainly do it. The Nationals have actually been playing really good baseball over their last 7 days or so. So you can't really discredit them, and you have to tip your cap because they've been doing pretty good. Soul says, I'm on a plane right now, so the MLB live stream isn't loading, so I looked up this game, and now I'm here. Thanks so much, says Soul. Yeah, of course, man, anytime. We have 25 awesome people on here. Why the Patriots? It's a long story. I can't get into it right now because the game is back on. But yes, I'll tell you the story later. First pitch to Cody Clemens is inside and low. Long story short, I never really grew up liking the Eagles. I grew up with the Phillies and the Sixers and the Flyers, but didn't really get into the Eagles when I was young. So I kind of picked that up on my own. The 1-0. It's a curveball at the knees for a called strike. Magic 8 Ball says ask again later. 37th pitch by Josiah Gray is lined over to the first base side, and the throw over to Gray is in plenty of time. Dom Smith had to make the underhanded throw as they played Clemens to pull, and he did, and there's one gone in the bottom of the third. Oh, I never get my fun fact of the day. I knew I was missing something. Every single time I have to make sure that I write something down, that I have to have this routine, but I remembered, but I just got caught away with the comments. So, I apologize. So we'll do it in the next inning. Our fun sports fact of the day. If we flip the lineup card, and Kyle Schwarber takes the curveball in the outside corner. Kyle walked in the first. He's only one of 3 men to get on base for the Phillies. The 0-1, he swings and goes fishing after the slider that was in the dirt. Miguel wants to know, also, do you think the Braves will win against the Marlins today? That's tough, man. The Marlins have been playing good baseball, too. The 0-2 delivery, wide, and it's a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. I don't know, man. I really don't. I think it's going to be a good series. 1-2 pitch. Again, that was up high and just off the plate. That evens the count up at 2-2. Kyle Schwarber, the former Washington National himself, has had a very good career. 2-2, line drive, gobbled up over at shortstop by Abrams, who throws it over to first in time. It was a ground ball hit very sharply by Schwarber, and Abrams was right at the second base bag and just had to throw it over to first in motion, and he did. And Smith was able to hang on to the bag, and there's 2 away. All right. 2 away, and Trey Turner will come up next. And Trey will look at a sweeper on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Turner struck out swinging on a pitch that was not even close to the strike zone, and we've been talking about it time and time again that he's just chasing after a lot of pitches, even though he's hitting the ball a lot better lately. The 0-2, line drive, caught over at shortstop as C.J. Abrams makes the leaping catch. What a play by C.J. Abrams, flashing the leather. And the side is retired. Time to go to the top of the 4th inning as the Phillies trail 2-1 against the Washington Nationals. Turner strike. Yep. 3-2-1. Yep. All right, guys. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. We will be on this weekend for more Phillies games for sure. We try to come on for almost every single game. All right. So on this day, June 30th in 1988, okay, here's our sports fact of the day. 1 minute prior to a midnight deadline, Illinois legislators narrowly approved a $60 million proposal for a new stadium to keep the White Sox in Chicago. The measure clears the Senate 30-26 and the House by a 60-55 margin. The threat of White Sox owners Jerry Reinsdorf and Eddie Einhorn to move the team to a domed stadium in St. Petersburg, Florida, has backed legislators into a corner. So what do they do? What do Reinsdorf and Einhorn do? So Reinsdorf and Einhorn vowed not to move out of the Windy City if lawmakers approved the proposal for a new stadium in Chicago. And then in 1991, the new Cornisky Park would open. that year. And that is your fun fact of the day. Thanks, Larry. Yep, I know. I heard that too. I appreciate that. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh man, that was a good call. Thanks. Cristopher Sanchez back out there for his 4th inning of work. And batter that is up at the plate is Keibert Ruiz. And he lays off the first pitch as it was way inside. The 1-0 slider taken at the middle of the plate. Ruiz is 0 for 1 today. Got on with an E6. The 1-1 delivery. Chopper hit over to shortstop. Nice play by Turner as he sets, throws over to first, and Ruiz is out. And there's one gone. So Turner made up for it. And here comes Stone Garrett, who with a 2-run laser out to left field to put the Nats up 2-0. The Phillies did get a run back on an RBI single by Alec Bohm. Larry says, so they basically escorted the taxpayers. Yeah, pretty much. 1 ball, no strikes to Garrett, and he lifts this one out to left field. Schwarber has to back up, and he can't make the catch. It goes out towards the Xfinity sign, and Garrett's going to go over to second base as the throw is cut off by Trey Turner. I mean, the ball was hit really sharply, but Kyle Schwarber just dropping another catch out in left field. It hit the bottom of the glove and, well, it actually went in and out of the glove, and he could not hang on to it. They'll probably rule it as a base hit, but just another play that Kyle Schwarber should have had out in left field. And those types of mistakes will come back to bite you. Here comes Dom Smith. Takes the first pitch on the upper third of the strike zone for a called strike. See what they score it as. I'm curious. The 0-1 high hopper hit back over to the third base side, and Bohm's just going to eat that one up as going over to third is Stone Garrett. And Dom Smith gets on with an infield single, and Kyle Schwarber's still pretty mad at himself. As Derek Hill will be due up next. Splinter says Kyle has the worst fielding percentage in all of baseball. Yep. Dom Smith did a good job at making contact with that pitch, and Bohm did the right play just by eating it up and not even making a throw because it was a slow roller. Runners at the corners. First pitch, it's bunted, and it's just fouled. Oh, they're going to say that the runner was out. What are they going to say? Batter's interference? Huh. Nonetheless, there's 2 away. What happened here? Huh. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning with runners at the corners. Very interesting. Ground ball hit over to first base as C.J. Abrams comes up, and that's going to do it as Clemens tags the bag for out number 3. All right, so the Phillies get out of the inning. The Nationals leave runners at the corners, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Okay, so we're going to go back to that play. Okay. Let's see exactly what happened there. Yeah, Hill bunts ground out. That's what they ruled it as. Garrett doubled, but man, that should be an error on Kyle Schwarber, man. Oh boy. If you guys are brand new to my channel, smash that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure that you turn on those notification bells. All right, guys? Please make sure that you guys do that for sure. Let me make sure that I had that. I do. Great. All right. So now it is time for our scoreboard update of the day. So not too many scores going on right now. A lot of games are actually just getting started. The Reds, though, are up 2-1 against the Padres in the bottom of the 7th inning. And then we have a final score as well as the Cubs played earlier today. They scored 10 runs at home against the Cleveland Guardians. They put up 10 runs on 13 hits and won by a score of 10-1. Phillies trailed to the Nationals 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. The Baltimore Orioles are currently in a rain delay, as that seems to be the case for like over the last week or so. That just a lot of games have been getting a lot of rain, or Baltimore's getting a lot of rain. Pirates and Brewers scoreless in the bottom of the 1st. Red Sox and Blue Jays taking on one another. They're in the top of the 1st, and the Giants taking on the Mets. In the top of the 1st inning. That game just got started. And then the Marlins will play the Braves at 7:30 in Atlanta at Truist Park. Astros play against the Rangers at 8:05 in Texas. And the Dodgers will face the Royals at 8:10. Here comes Nicky C. And he swings and misses at a high cheese fastball. Josiah Gray with 45 pitches. And that one is on the outside, just off the plate, actually. Larry says Schwarber's mom is the official scorer. It's funny. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch fouled back towards the screen. What, Miguel, you don't like my play-by-play commentary? No, I'm just kidding. I understand. I understand. I just had to make the joke there. 1-2. Gray kicks, fires, and it's on the outside corner for a called 3rd strike, and Castellanos knew it as he goes back over towards the dugout. I mean, at that point of the at-bat, just why not be aggressive? Why not try to go after that pitch? It looked pretty good. That's the second time today that Castellanos has struck out. Here's Bryce Harper. The first pitch is inside and in the dirt. I was listening to WIP today, and Jack Fritz mentioned that he heard people at the ballpark saying that Bryce was definitely getting some good ones to go out of the yard during batting practice. The 1-0. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. Boy, it'd be nice to see him try to go yard here against his former ball club. The 1-1 to Bryce, swing and a miss. A 94-mile-per-hour fastball that was outside. 1-2 to Harper. And he grounds this one past the glove of Josiah Gray, goes out into center field, and Harper gets on with a 1-out single. He hit it pretty sharply, and Gray just could not get over to the baseball. Bounced right off of his glove and went out in the center field. Oh, boy. JT Realmuto is due up. He lined out in the 2nd inning as he steps up to the plate. So Harper representing the tying run. He's over at first. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1 out. JT takes it all the way for a called strike. He is now behind in the count, 0-1 here. Phillies are 43-37, and they are about 10 games behind the Braves in the NL East. The 0-1 in the dirt, but a good block by Keibert Ruiz, that is. Yep. I know, I'm trying to be more aware of that. Sometimes I also realize, too, that when I'm doing this, that the reason why I stumble and the reason why I go back to these quote-unquote old ways of mine is because I'm doing more than one thing, but I have to be aware of that. Harper leads off at first base. The throw back to first is not in time. Have to be careful because Alec Bohm made a silly mistake on the bases, and he was picked off by Josiah Gray. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gray at the belt. Gets the signs and the pitch. Popped up right behind home plate towards the first base side, and Ruiz could not get it. It just went over the net, and he actually tried to make the catch with the net. I wonder if that's technically, if you catch it behind the net, right? If you catch it behind the net and it just goes in, even though you're technically using the net, is that still a dead ball? Or is that an out? That I don't know. And I should. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And JT strikes out on a sweeper. And that's the 5th strikeout for Josiah Gray. Good movement on the sweeper, and it fooled JT. He just continues to struggle, even though he hit the ball really sharply his last time up. All right, so 2 outs now. Dead ball, anything that touches the net. See, that's what I thought too. Throw back to first, not in time. Gray certainly fooled me on that one. What's up, Lomball? Just dropping off a thumbs up. Have a great game, JJ. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Good luck to your Braves tonight. Guys, please make sure that you go subscribe to Lomball McLovin's channel. Sometimes if I have a hard time going to sleep, I like to listen to what he has to say and just chill with him and the rest of the crew. Swing and a miss on a fastball that was thrown to Bryson Stott. John White says, can the Phillies win? That'd be really nice. I certainly think that they can. There's still plenty of baseball left. They do trail 2-1, though. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Harper's over at first base. The 0-1, grounded foul as it hits the first base backstop. So Stott, as I mentioned, is 1 for 1. He had a single up the middle on an 0-2 count the last time he was up. Stott in the last game that he played, which was against the Cubs, he did go 0 for 4 and ended up going 1 for 8 in the series. The 0-2, Stott stays alive as he got a good cut there, and he just fouls it off. Remember last year when the Phillies were taking on the LA Angels, and Joe Madden was on the hot seat for the Angels. Long story short, Bryce Harper hit a game-tying grand slam, and Stott hit a walk-off 2-run home run. The 0-2, that's drilled out to right field. It's in there for a base hit. Thomas with a good throw over to second base, but it's not in time. The throw was actually made just so that Harper wouldn't go over to third base, and I got to tell you that Thomas's arm out in right field, that is a cannon. So the 2 Las Vegas natives are on base. Can the Phillies try to get somebody home? Alec Bohm, who had an RBI single, cut the lead in half for Washington. It's now 2-1. Nationals lead it. And Bohm lays off on a pitch that was outside. Bohm had an RBI single in the second inning. Phillies down 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Gray looks back at second. Looks back again. Now back to home plate in the 1-0. It's on the inside corner for a called strike, and Luis got up pretty quickly. Thought about throwing back over to second base, but decided not to. Splinter says we've got 3 guys soon to be ready to be reactivated. Noah Son, Jake Cave, and Derek Hall. Well, a base hit could tie this game up. Phillies are down 2-1. They're 43-37 on the season and have a 21-14 record at home at Citizens Bank Park. Throw back to second base. Nope. Garcia was not even at the bag. But luckily enough, he was still right behind the second base bag and just hands the ball right back to Josiah Gray. That could have gotten really ugly. Harper even slid back in there. Guess that still is a pickoff attempt, regardless. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Bohm jams him, but it luckily is fouled behind the plate. Bohm is 4th on the team in hits. It's 68 coming into today. Just had his 69th hit. And also drove in his 48th RBI. He's right behind Castellanos now. 1-2, and the pitch. Downstairs and outside. Good eye by Bohm. And on deck is Brandon Marsh. Marsh flew out to right field. It was in the bottom of the second. The 2-2 delivery to Bohm on the... that was on the outside corner, called strike 3, and the home plate umpire finally called it. And the side is retired. So the Phillies leave 2 runners on base. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. Phillies trail 2-1 against Washington. Okay. Wow, Gray struck out the side. That's the second time today he's done that. All right, guys, I got to take a quick step off. What's up, Snowman? Thanks for popping in here, man. Please make sure that you guys go check out Snowman Multimedia's Cast 2 for sure. I would really appreciate it. He would really appreciate it. We got to give everybody love and support, man. That's what we got to do. All right, I'll be right back. I got to take a quick step off, and I got to take these headsets off really quickly. I'll be back. See you soon. All right, the hat had to come off. The hat had to come off. All right. So, yeah, in case you're just tuning in, a little earlier in the game, Aroldis Chapman was acquired by the Texas Rangers from the Kansas City Royals. That was a big splash. On the last day of June, Cristopher Sanchez out there for his 5th frame of work, the 0-1, a sinker at the knees for a called strike. Lane Thomas has gotten on base twice today. It's the 3rd time that we have flipped the lineup card, and just so happens that Thomas has led off every one of those innings. The 0-2, it's a little dribbler hit over to third base, and there's nothing that anybody could do with that as Bohm and Sanchez are right there. And it's another infield single for the Washington Nationals. Bohm just had to let it go, and the ball has just been rolling in Washington's direction. Wow. It's the third time today that Thomas has led off an inning and has gotten on. Garcia's 0 for 2, grounded into 2 double plays today. You could ground into a third one here. Wouldn't that be something? First pitch, swing and a miss. The slider was outside and below the knees. Splinter said, JJ, the only Phillies baseball streamer out there that I've come across. Thanks, man. The 0-1, ground ball hit over to first base, bobbled by Clemens, and he's just going to have a play over at first. And he does. He makes the tag, and going over to second base is Thomas. It was hit pretty sharply, but Clemens, I should say, tried to. He got it in his glove and then was trying to make the throw, but then bobbled it and was just like, I'm just going to get the easy out. So, and that's what he did, and that was the smart move. So Thomas is in scoring position. And there's one away. Candelario chops this one towards the third base side, but it's fouled. Candelario hit in .265 with 10 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Coming into tonight, Thomas takes the lead off at second base. The 70th pitch by Sanchez is in the dirt. One and one. And the pitch. Outside, and it gets away from Realmuto, and going over to third is Thomas on the wild pitch. Sanchez did come in to cover home plate as it went all the way towards the Phillies on deck circle. It slipped out of Sanchez's hand, and JT tried to shimmy over towards his right because the pitch was wide. And the Nationals are 90 feet away from scoring an insurance run at this point of the game. The 2-1, change up at the knees for a called strike. I like that pitch that Sanchez just threw. Had a lot of nice movement, and it was just really deceiving. 2-2 pitch, lay it off. He went with another changeup, but Candelario didn't offer and said no thank you. Meneses waits on deck. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. 73 pitches for Cristopher Sanchez. He's allowed 2 runs so far, 1 earned on the 2-run homer by Stone Garrett. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. What a changeup thrown by Cristopher Sanchez. And that's the 5th strikeout of the ball game. There's 2 away. That pitch was out of the strike zone, and he dared Candelario to go after it, and he did. A little surprised. Joey's up, and the first pitch is wide. He has a .325 batting average with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, and has driven in 14 runs during that circumstance this season. The 1-0 in the dirt. Joey has struck out twice today. The 2-0, swing and a miss. Joey did not play in the final game of the series in Seattle on Wednesday. 2-1, Hopper hit back over to second base. This should do it. Stott throws over to first, and Meneses is out. And that's the 3rd and final out of the inning. No runs, a man left over at third base, and the Phillies trail 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Marsh will lead things off when the Phillies return. All right, guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. We got 36 people on here. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that like, subscribe, and that bell icon as well. Soul says, I'm on a plane. Nice. Where are you off to, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, wait. That was a while ago. Apologize. Said that a while ago. Can the Phillies get 3 more? Asked John White. I hope so. I think that they can, for sure. Larry says JT is not the best at blocking pitches. He does a pretty good job overall, but I wouldn't say that he's that he's top tier in that category. But defensively, as a catcher, he is really good. I do have to say that, for sure. Oh, boy. So I believe Gray will go out there for another inning of work. That's what it seems like for the Nationals. The Phillies' offense as a whole, they rank 12th in the league with 705 total hits on a 257 team batting average. And they have a collective amount of 86 total home runs, which is 20th in Major League Baseball. All right. Bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies are down 2-1 against those Washington Nationals. Brandon Marsh will come up as 8-9-1 are due up in this 5th inning. Marsh takes it inside. It was a check swing, and the third base umpire said no swing was made. Martian 281 with 7 home runs and 23 runs batted in. The 1-0 popped up towards shallow left field. Abrams says he has it, backs up, and makes the catch. Pretty good pitch thrown by Josiah Gray that time. Phillies have continued to leave runners on base, though. They left 2 men on to end the last inning. Bohm did get an RBI single earlier in the ball game. It was back in the 3rd. Or the 2nd inning, I should say. Clemens steps up to the dish. Takes it down low. The 1-0. Hopper. That's fouled off. You know, I've always been curious about, I'm curious about a lot of things, and I'll get to this after the next pitch. 1-1, swing and a miss on a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. I'm curious as to why Major League Baseball decided not to go. I know one of the reasons, but I wonder if they even thought about using plexiglass instead of a foul ball net. Just curious. 1-2, and the pitch upstairs for ball 2. For a player, going into plexiglass would not be fun, obviously. But from a fan's perspective, for those people that are in the front rows behind the net, with plexiglass, at least it's a clearer vision. 2-2 in the dirt. I'm just curious. Plus a ball bouncing off of plexiglass, I can understand that, actually. The pitch. Fouled back behind the plate. Yeah, I guess I can understand that, too. But we talk about foul balls and injuries, and, that's something that one of the reasons why Major League Baseball, that was the main reason why that they decided to do it, but I was just curious about the plexiglass, but I think I answered the question myself. 3-2, fouled back. I'm sort of having conversations with myself as I do this, so I've learned that I'm talking to myself a little bit more by doing this every day. Guess it's not a bad thing. Payoff pitch. Fouled back again as Cody Clemens has been battling. Eight pitches in this at-bat. 4 of them have been fouled off by Cody. He is 0 for 1 today. Gray with the payoff pitch. Ground ball pulled over towards the first base side, gobbled up by Garcia, and he does a little toss over to first, and it's in time. Wow, that's cool. 4th of July weekend, you get to see Demi Lovato. Huh, that's nice. Favorite concerts that you guys have been to? I liked the Killers. The Killers was fun. Got to see them at the time it was called the BB&T Pavilion. But they're here in Camden. Here comes Kyle Schwarber, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. I do like the Killers. The 0-1, outside, and low. I'll tell you what, I used to listen to the Beatles' Greatest Hits album every night before I went to sleep. And I always loved that. The pitch, outside. I still have not watched the Get Back documentary or the docuseries yet, though. I have to make sure I do that sometime. Nobody on, 2 outs. In the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 delivery upstairs. Count is now 3-1. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. And the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. I think Schwarber may have swung at ball 4 there. But nonetheless, the count is full. Trey Turner does wait on deck. He is struck out and he lined out. The shortstop. Payoff pitch. That time it's at the knees on the inside corner, and Kyle Schwarber gets rung up on strikes. And that'll do it. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, Nationals still are up 2-1 on 6 hits. And the Phillies will be back in just a few moments. Okay. I'll be honest, I can't necessarily blame Schwarber for looking at that because those types of pitches have just been so controversial tonight. But what do I know? Larry says, and if you just subscribed to my channel, I want to thank you for doing that. I did not get the notification yet. So if you just subscribed to my channel, shout yourself out, and then I'll shout you out, man. I call everybody man. So, yes, let's see what Larry said. The Minnesota Metrodome had plexiglass atop the outfield wall, like the boards in a hockey arena. See, I think that's cool, but I can also understand why, now that I talked it out with myself, I can understand why that Major League Baseball wouldn't have that as the foul ball, or would have that in place of the foul ball netting. You understand what I'm saying? So, I get it because of the way it bounces and ricochets off the wall. And God forbid if the glass broke, that's not good. So I can kind of understand that. Let me make sure that I have this correct. Okay, good. Get Back was directed by the guy who did the Lord of the Rings movies. That I did not know. Oh my gosh, what do they have in the broadcast booth? What is that? That looks so good. It's like a dessert. I don't know what that is. It looks so good, though. My gosh. All right. Here we are, starting the top of the sixth. Cristopher Sanchez will go out there for another inning of work. The pitch, swing and a miss. Peter Jackson. Huh. Interesting. Keibert Ruiz due up. He's 0 for 2. But he hits this one out to left center field. Not that deep, though. Marsh gets underneath it, and he will make the catch. As for the first out. Neither bib, you're drooling. Am I really drooling? I didn't see myself drooling. But literally or figuratively? Stone Garrett is due up next. He had a 2-run home run a little bit earlier in the ball game. And also reached on an air, too. But he'll pop this one up in foul territory. Realmuto takes off the mask, and it's fouled off. Oh, over the food. I understand what you're saying now. See, sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to get these, like, references. But, yes. Oh, my gosh, dude. It looks good. I have to say, I don't know what it was, but it looked like it was a type of dessert in it. Looks pretty good, I have to say. Sanchez kicks, fires, and check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says, yes, sir. So they do appeal that there was a swing there. Garrett, coming into today, struck out his only time that he did face Cristopher Sanchez. The 1-2. Inside and low. Finally got a new scorebook today because we just reached over the 50 mark. 2-2. Fouled off. I didn't get it today, to be honest with you. My dad got them for me, but it was about a week ago. He got me a couple, but we're using a brand new one today. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for Cristopher Sanchez in 5 2/3 of an inning of work. And there's 2 away. I believe that Jeff Hoffman is getting loosened up in the bullpen from the wide angle that they just showed. Huh. The pitch. High hopper hit over to the first base side. It's going to be a tough play, but Clemens throws it over to first, and it's in time. Cristopher Sanchez gets out of the inning and wins the race to the bag, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies still down 2-1. Trey Turner will lead things off when the Phillies do return. All right, I got to take a step off. I have got to take a step off. But I will be right back. That was Dom Smith that just grounded out. Okay, be right back. See you soon. All right, cool. Nice. Great stuff. Sweet. We got 33 people on here. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me. I feel like, okay, that's probably why. Because the microphone wasn't as close. That's what it was. Okay. All right, Trey Turner will lead off the bottom of the sixth, facing Josiah Gray. And Turner swings and misses at a sweeper that was outside and low. Larry says Sanchez gave you 6 strong. Now give him some run support. There you go. That'd be really nice. Gray kicks, steals, and it's downstairs. And outside, too. I think that the one thing I'm doing, and maybe I'm just being too critical over myself, is I'm thinking a little too hard when it comes to describing. 1-1 pitch. Foul ball. Turner does stay alive. But the other part about it is that, like, while yes, like, you have to listen to other people do it, you have to do it for yourself, too. Because you got to make a habit of changing things. You know? 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. High chopper hit over to second base, and that's bobbled by Garcia, and it goes out into center field. And Trey Turner stays put over at first base. Would have been a tough play by Garcia, but they will rule it as an infield single, but it did get underneath his glove. For now, it's an infield single, but let's double check. Let's see. He actually may have been out, so they may rule this as an error. Huh. Turner's on over at first base. And Nick Castellanos is up now. Castellanos takes the first pitch outside. One ball, no strikes. Gray with 88 pitches. Turner leads off at first. Throw back to first to get Trey is not in time. Trey did dive back in there just safely. That was a good attempt, though, by Gray. It's close. 1-0, though. Nationals decide to not review it. The pitch popped up into shallow right field, and it drops in for a base hit. Going over to third, or staying put over at second base, is Trey Turner. Thought maybe he was going to go over to third, but decided to hold his horses. And that's a bloop single again by Nick Castellanos. That's the second night in a row that that's happened. So Turner gets on, and Castellanos gets a single. And they did rule Turner's hit as a single, too. It sets the table up for Bryce Harper. And boy, would it be nice to see him try to get on here. Turner leads off at second. Gray looks back at second base, and Turner goes. The pitch is in for a strike. The throw over to third is not in time. The 18th stolen base for Trey Turner. Trey trying to make things happen. Oh, boy. That was a tongue twister. No balls, 1 strike. 18 for 18 now, says Larry. Yep. No balls, 1 strike. Harper up at the dish. Castellanos leads off at first. Turner's at third. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. That fastball was up high, and that was just up high. John White wants to know, how are we not hitting? Runners in scoring position still continue to be a problem with this team. 0-2. Gray with the delivery. It's popped up into shallow left field. Underneath it, though, is the third baseman, and he makes the catch. Candelario is there, and there is one out. The pitch was a little bit more inside that time. All right. JT comes up next. One out in the bottom of the sixth inning. And the first pitch to Realmuto, this time it is popped up again, this time towards second base, and Garcia's there to make the catch. I mean, just what is the approach? Can't be getting yourself out, because those things, and even JT's shaking his head, just can't be doing that. Josiah Gray still on the mound, but Joe LaSorsa is warming up, the left-handed pitcher in the bullpen, and Hickey will go out there to talk things over with Gray here. This will most likely be his last inning. I mean, there was nobody out with runners at first and third, and Trey even stole another base. And here comes Bryson Stott, as the Phillies are hoping to try to tie the game up. Home Run Derby will take place on July 10th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. The T-Mobile Home Run Derby, that is. Nick Castellanos still at first base. Stott is up now. 2 outs, runners at first and third. Gray gets the signs, fires, and it's upstairs. Stott is 2 for 2 today. That is the good news, but he has to come up with a big hit here. Matt Strahm and Jeff Hoffman are getting loosened up in the bullpen for the Phillies. 1-0. And the pitch. It's taken all the way. A fastball at 94. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott, who's 1 for 9 lifetime, coming into today versus Josiah Gray. He's now 3 for 11, if you include today's stats. Stott tied up in the count. The pitch. Outside. Castellanos does go over to second base, though, as he steals second, and it puts 2 runners in scoring position. Oh, nobody was covering the bag, and he just went jogging into second base. It's like, I'm just going to take my time. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Stott was trying to swing for the fences and could not catch up to the 94-mile-per-hour fastball, and the count is 2-2. Phillies trail 2-1. 2 runners on. Runners are on second and third, to be exact, in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott, with 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is up high and outside. And the count is now full. Gray getting ready to approach the century mark with the pitch count. He is 98, though. Can Stott get on here? Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. That pitch was way up high and inside, and Stott strikes out to end the inning. No runs. 2 men left in scoring position. Phillies have only put up 1 run, and they trail 2-1. Boy, oh boy. All right. Time to go to the top of the 7th inning. All right. So, I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. I hope all is well, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. So, for those of you that are brand new to my channel, we have our Phillies trivia question that we do in every 7th inning, and we ask the question in the top of the 7th and reveal the answer when we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, in between inning breaks. All right, so here is the question of the day. All right. Is my dad going to join the chat? He likes the trivia questions. He does. Yeah, he can be. He's quiet in the chat, but he likes to listen to it as background noise. I mean, he listens to it, but it's hard to do it for 3 hours. But he does like to come on and join the chat for the trivia question, so he will. All right, so the question is, okay. So there's only one pitcher in Phillies history that has thrown 2 shutouts against the Washington Nationals. Who was that pitcher? And that is the question. Which pitcher shut out the Washington Nationals twice during his tenure for the Phillies? All right. And it's not the Montreal Expos. Doesn't go back that far. Just the plain and simple Washington Nationals. This question, I think, is kind of easy. But I came up with it, and we had a hard one last night. Nope, it has to be recent, Dad. Washington Nationals were not around before 2007. Well, 2006. So it's just the Nationals. All right, top of the 7th. Here we are. Jeff Hoffman in the ball game. It's an 0-1 count. As Hill is up at the plate. Derek Hill, that is, who flied out and grounded out. No balls, 1 strike. Derek Hill is 0 for 2. He is flied out, as I mentioned, and grounded out. The pitch outside. One and one. Hoffman gets set and fires, and it's swung on and missed. One ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is fouled off. Jeff is 30 years old. And he has a 3.12 ERA, 24 strikeouts, and a 1.21 whip. The pitch inside. And that'll even up the count at 2-2. Over his last 7 days, he's gone 2 innings. He does have 4 strikeouts. No earned runs. And no walks. 2-2. Ground ball. Hit over to Trey Turner. He gobbles it up and throws over to first in time. And there's the first out of the inning. A sold-out crowd at Citizens Bank Park. Over 43,000 in attendance. One away in the top of the 7th inning. Phillies have had their opportunities, but have not been able to come up big yet. Abrams will swing and miss at the first pitch. And the count is 0-1. Hoffman with his 8th pitch of the inning, and it's down low. When you take a look at the bottom of the order for the Phillies tonight, you look at 7 through 9, they are 1 for 6 with an RBI. The next pitch, swung on and missed. The top 3 batters, they're 2 for 8. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, swing and a miss. A splitter that was just outside and in the dirt. And there's 2 gone. That's the second time tonight that C.J. Abrams has struck out. Lane Thomas due up. And the first pitch is a slider that is swung on and missed. Mason Thompson is getting loosened up in the Nationals bullpen. Nobody on, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. The 0-1 fouled back. Thomas has gotten on base all 3 times. He's now hitting .303 with 14 home runs and 43 RBI. The 0-2 outside. The top 3 are 3 for 8 with a walk. Nope, it's 2 for 8, man. It's 2 for 8. Next pitch, fouled off. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, no, it's 3 for 8. Or 2 for 8, I meant. My bad, looking at the Nat stats. Can't test me, Larry. Even though sometimes I can mess up and screw up on things, but that's because I'm doing multiple things. That's all right. Hoffman in front of the count, 1-2. Lines up and delivers. It's fouled off. Good cut by Thomas. It's funny, when you take a look at the Washington Nationals, they've been playing pretty well over their last week or so. The 1-2. Check swing, did he go? First base umpire says, yes, sir. And it's now time to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Nationals have been playing pretty well, but they do lead it 2-1. And it's time to stretch at Citizens Bank Park. Okay. Okay. Good. So, in case you guys are just tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. And I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, too, so that way you know when I upload. Yes. So, the question is, for those of you that are just tuning in right now, I'll give you a chance to answer. Okay, which Phillies pitcher has thrown at least or has thrown 2 shutouts against the Washington Nationals? That is the question. And it's not the Montreal Expos. Doesn't date all the way back then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I have to get more sound effects on here. Yes. Okay, so I saw that Larry's first answer was Roy Halladay. Judges. Incorrect. Somebody else, I think, said Pedro Martinez. And then there was my dad. My dad had a wild guess and said Cliff Lee. And that is correct. All right? And just so that you know that that's the right answer. All right? We're going to have this up right now. Here we go. So we pitched Where is it? Phillies Nationals. I had this up, and I apologize. Bear with me. Where is it? How many shutouts? Bear with me. Can't believe I'm doing this now. But yes, he had 2. 2 shutouts. Yes. Way to go, Dad. That is correct. Albaum is up at the plate right now. So he's behind in the count 0-1. And he takes the next pitch upstairs and inside for ball 1. Mason Thompson is up on the mound. And the pitch. It's out on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. One ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch by Thompson is way up high and inside for ball 2. Welcome, Frankie. What is up? What is up, Ashton? How you doing, man? Yo, we in here. That is awesome, man. Thanks for coming on. Phillies down 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bohm. Thompson gets the signs, kicks, fires, and it's off the plate. Frankie says, I hope so. I can finally catch most of the game. That's awesome. Hoping the Phillies will win. Come on, man. Payoff pitch to Bohm. Line drive into right center field for a base hit. It splits the gap. It goes all the way towards the scoreboard. Bohm's going to second base, and he will be jogging in there safely. The throw is cut off by Garcia, and it's a leadoff double in the bottom of the 7th. Crowd starting to get into it. And that was a nice piece of hitting by Alec Bohm. A fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate. Good extension and a nice swing. Oh, boy. And here comes Brandon Marsh. Hopefully they can try to advance the runner at least over to third. Hickey will go out there to talk things over and have a conversation on the bump. Marsh in the 7th inning or later has 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. And he surely has to come up strong here. A base hit could tie the game up. Everybody goes back to their spots. The wind is blowing in. Not by much, though. But there's a nice cool breeze. First pitch to Marsh. Outside. Takes it all the way for a ball. Bohm leads off at second base. And Marsh will take that pitch over the heart of the plate. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Phillies are 37-13 over their last 50 games against the Nationals. The 1-1 delivery. Another swing and a miss. Kyle Finnegan getting loosened up in the bullpen. He's been the setup man for the Nationals this season and has done a pretty good job holding the fort down. The 1-2 on the lower third of the strike zone for a called third strike. It froze up Brandon Marsh, and he goes down looking. They get the runners on. It's just about advancing advancing the runners over, and then just trying to get a productive out. Cody Clemens up next. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts tonight. And he will look at a curveball for a called strike. It was at the knees. It's been a little bit of time since Cody homered. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Up high and off the plate. One and one. The next pitch to Clemens. Fouled off again. Phillies down 2-1 against the Nationals, who are 32 and 48 on the season. Thompson hits the signs, and the 1-2, another swing and a miss on a 96-mile-per-hour fastball, and there's 2 gone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Thompson. And Davey Martinez will come out, and he has a special assignment for Kyle Schwarber, as Finnegan will most likely come in. As they take the baseball away from Thompson, and Finnegan will come in. And we have a pitching change. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off, but I will be right back in just a few moments. Do not go anywhere. Do not change that channel, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Runners in scoring position, according to Larry. 8 pitches later, 2 outs. I know. That's how it's been going. In front of your home crowd. I know. Let's get the win, though, because that's what matters at the end of the day. You guys are all winners because you guys are tuning in to Play-by-Play with JJ. So I want to thank you all so much for coming on here. Please make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Algo people, do your thing. What is up, Sam? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Hopefully Friday After Dark goes really well. All right, bottom of the 7th inning. A runner over at second base. Phillies trying to tie the game up. Kyle Finnegan will come into the ball game. He is 11 for 16 in save opportunities. But he's been getting a lot of holds lately as Hunter Harvey has been named the closer. He has a 3.66 ERA, Kyle Finnegan that is, and he's now 31 years old. All you needed was just a ground ball and then a sac fly, and then we already have a tie game, but now we have to get a hit. Fans trying to get into this, and Kyle Schwarber will come on up. He is 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts lifetime versus Finnegan. But he's also walked twice. And that's why Davey Martinez went with him. And Schwarber swings at a fastball that is fouled off. It was at 98 on the gun. Bohm over at second base. Started off the inning with a leadoff opposite field double. And there's 2 outs now. The 0-1 to Schwarber. It's on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. Tried to flinch out of the way, but it was in the strike zone. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2 to Schwarber. Foul ball. The pitch was up high and outside, and he just stays alive. Kyle's batting average is back down to 180. Takes a breath. The 0-2 to Schwarber. Off the plate. Phillies are 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight, and the Nationals not much better. They're 1 for 5. Finnegan gets set. Gets the signs, kicks, fires, and that pitch is grounded over towards the first base side. Garcia has it, makes the underhanded throw over to first, and Schwarber's out. And the Phillies will go to the top of the 8th as they trail 2-1. No runs. Bohm left at second base on a double. And they'll be back. Boy, oh boy. Man, that is frustrating. For sure. Absolutely. All right, time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, guys. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icon too. All right. Also, you can feel free to leave me a super chat as well. If you'd like to donate to the channel, be sure that you guys do that. We got 38 people on here. That's awesome. Thank you all so much for coming on. We haven't even reached 30 likes yet, guys. We got to reach the 30 mark. That's what we got to do. We're at 28. What are you guys doing? Hit that like button. All right. Padres lead at 5-4 in the top of the 11th inning against the Reds in Cincinnati. All right. Twins and Orioles still in a rain delay. The game still hasn't even started. Brewers lead at 4-1 in Pittsburgh at PNC Bank Park. And the Red Sox are up 1-0 in Toronto against the Blue Jays. Mets lead at 2-1 against the Giants as they go to the top of the 5th. Braves are up 7-3 against the Miami Marlins. They're in the top of the 4th. Rangers and Astros just got started. Astros do have a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 1st, but the Rangers are just about ready to answer back with runners at 1st and 3rd and nobody out. Dodgers also have a 1-0 lead against the Royals in the bottom of the 1st inning. Tigers and Rockies just getting underway. Yankees and Cardinals are also in a rain delay too. And the Cubs, they beat the Guardians 10-1 earlier today. All right, Matt Strahm will go out there to pitch the 8th inning. Make sure that you hit that like button and hit that subscribe too, man. All right, we just reached the 30 mark. That's awesome. Thank you for your contributions. We still have 9 people on here that have not liked this video yet. Please make sure that you guys do that, unless you guys don't like the video. But then if you're still on here, then you probably do like the video. We could pick up a game over the Marlins, but you got to win these games, man. Strahm on the hill. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Luis Garcia is 0 for 3. He's grounded into a fielder's choice, and 2 double plays. No balls, 1 strike. Strahm kick steals, and it's swung on and missed. Jesus says, don't you think that Lane Thomas will get over a half run? I don't know, man. No balls, 2 strikes. Strom fires, and it's outside. One and two. Strom has a 3.86 ERA. The next pitch, outside and low. He's from West Fargo, North Dakota. And he's 31. He stands at 6 feet, 2 inches tall. 2-2. Outside again. So what was a 0-2 count is a full count. To Luis Garcia. Candelario waits in the on-deck circle. Strom trying to win the battle. The payoff pitch on the outside corner. Called strike 3 at the knees. Good pitch thrown by Strom. 1 away in the top of the 8th. That's now back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Phillies pitching. Candelario batting on the right side of the plate. Stares at a pitch that's downstairs. And I think it actually hit the dirt. He's 1 for 3 today. He's singled in the third. He's batting .264 with 10 home runs and 38 RBI. The pitch, swing and a miss. He's only 0 for 1 lifetime against Matt Strom. He's faced him 1 time. One ball, one strike. Strom gets set, kicks, steals, and it hits Candelario. But check swing, did he go? First base umpire says he did. How about that? Candelario can't even believe that he went around. It's a tough call. Hit him on the back knee. Edwin Jimenez says that he went around. And it's a 1-2 count. The next pitch, fouled back. Dude, I can't do that because that's copyright. So I can't do that, man. You either listen to the game or you don't, man. That's how it goes. I'm not trying to get in trouble. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch by Strom is fouled back behind the net. I can't show them playing, my guy. Nobody on. 1 out in the top of the 8th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The next pitch, lined foul down the third base side. The wave is going around at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies do play tomorrow afternoon at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then Sunday afternoon at 1:35. The 1-2, up high. Two balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch laid off, and Strom wanted that call. Candelario is 7 for 42 with 6 RBI in the 8th inning this season. Payoff pitch on the inside corner, called third strike. Another big strikeout by Matt Strom. He went with a fastball at the knees, and Candelario stared right at it. Four strikeouts in a row for Phillies pitching. Meneses will pop the first pitch up. Stott calls off Clemens. He goes out to the right field grass and makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Strahm, and the Phillies trail 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the eighth. All right, guys, please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. Algo people, do your thing, man. We just reached 30 likes. Let's get up to 40. And let's also continue to get some more subscribers, man. Let's try to do that for sure. We got 32 people on here watching. Actually, I don't think that that's updated. Now it's 33. There we go. Just reached 33 likes. Awesome. Awesome. Hit that subscribe button. And please make sure that you guys do that. What's up, Snowman? You're doing a good job. I listened to a couple of innings of the game. I didn't want to listen to too much because I didn't want to, because you're ahead of me. But I'm definitely going to be sure that I listen to more tonight once I'm on my way to go dog sit. So thanks, Snowman. I appreciate it. Oh, what a ball game. Guys, please make sure that you go over to Snowman's channel to go check out his content and go check out the game that he's doing for, or his cast, I should say. Go check out his cast and listen to the Phillies game on there too, for sure. Oh, we're at 11% over here. Snowman says, I kind of shut it down due to belly probs. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'll do another one on Monday. I'm sorry. That's so annoying. I hope you feel better. I really do. All right, bottom of the eighth inning. Phillies are down 2-1. They've had their chances. Can they try to capitalize? Turner swings and misses at a pitch that was nowhere even close to the strike zone, and he's already behind in the count 0-1. He did single in the sixth, and he also stole a base too. It was his 18th stolen base of the season. Finnegan kicks, steals, and it's fouled off. On deck is Nick Castellanos, and in the hole is Bryce Harper. 0-2 to Turner. The pitch in the dirt. Trey has a birthday today. Just turned 30 years old. Playing against his former ball club. 1-2 pitch. Line drive fouled off towards the right field side. And he stays alive in the count. It's just tough because when you're working behind in the count, it's a lot tougher mentally. 1-2. Popped up, fouled, behind the plate again. And Turner will keep the at-bat going. Amos Willingham had a chance to cover him when he was on the Wilmington Blue Rocks. He's warming up in the bullpen for the ninth. The 1-2, downstairs, and outside. Two balls, two strikes to Turner. Finnegan kicks, steals, and it's outside. And what was an 0-2 count is a full count to Trey Turner. Castellanos waits in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch by Finnegan. Line drive into left field, and it is caught for the first out of the inning. Turner hit it pretty sharply, and Derek Hill was right there at the right time. And there's one gone. Phillies now down to their final 5 outs. But they're only down 2-1. The story of the ball game, has been that the Phillies have left a lot of runners on the bases. Castellanos comes up, and he lays off the first pitch. He is lifetime 2 for 4 against Kyle Finnegan in his career. 1-0. Castellanos ahead in the count. Finnegan kicks, fires, and it's low. Decided to go with a fastball that time. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch to Castellanos, ground ball, hit over to shortstop, gobbled up by Abrams. The throw over to first is in plenty of time, and Castellanos is out. There is the second out of the inning, and Bryce Harper is up right now. Harper this season in the 8th inning is 4 for 21 with 2 RBI in the 8th inning this season. First pitch, swing and a miss. Bryce is 1 for 3 tonight. The 0-1 in the dirt. So it was no balls, 1 strike, and now it's a 1-1 count. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies down 2-1 against the Nationals. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. It's slapped over toward shortstop and bobbled by Abrams. An infield single for Bryce Harper. It almost got through the hole. Abrams tried to backhand it, and he just could not get it. He bobbled it with the glove. Would have been hard to get Harper out, though. Alvarado and Vasquez, 2 lefties, warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. And JT Realmuto is the next victim for Finnegan. 2 seconds left on the pitch timer. Pitch number 1, strike 1. Troll is a hit. All right, thanks. Realmuto lifetime against Finnegan is 3 for 8 with a pair of RBI. The 0-1 grounded foul down the third base side. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to JT, ground ball, hit back up the middle towards second base. Garcia has it, throws over to Abrams, and then throws over to first, and it's in time. That was a tough play. But that'll do it. I don't know why Abrams felt like he had to just throw it over to shortstop, but regardless, I mean, I knew why, but it was try to get the easy out, but Abrams didn't even tag the bag and had to throw it over to first. Top of the 9th inning we go. Phillies down 2-1 against the Washington Nationals. What is that, a 4-6-3 ground out? Okay. Oh, boy. Watch them. See, here's the thing. Watch them try to tie it up in the 9th, and then I got to do a new scoreboard again. Oh, boy. Guys, if you're brand new to my channel, please make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit that bell icon too, man. We got 39 people on here. I love you all so much, and can't thank you all enough. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. Do that right now. Let's try to get to 40 people. All right? Let's try to get to 40 likes. That's what I would really like to see. Ugh. If you do enjoy this channel, please make sure that you tell everybody about it too. I think that we'll take a break when we go to the bottom of the 9th. That's what we'll do. Haven't seen Vasquez in a while. It has been a little bit of time since we've seen Andrew Vasquez. It has, for sure. Let's get to 620 subscribers too, man. Let's try to do that. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you guys do so. Would love to have more and more people become a part of the play-by-play with JJ family. Phillies have 8 hits and have only manufactured 1 run. Andrew Vasquez in 24 games this season is a 1.85 ERA in 34 innings of work, 30 strikeouts, and 11 walks allowed. Last time that he pitched was on June 20th. It was against the Atlanta Braves. Only went 2/3 of an inning. Keibert Ruiz is up as the nighttime has just came upon us. It's 8:37, and we start off the 9th on a strike on the inside corner. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. Called strike again. Vasquez not wasting any time here. He's working very quickly. And he fires. Line drive fouled off. Did it pretty sharply. There's Kyle Schwarber out in left field. The ball's 2 strikes. And the pitch is fouled off. Oh, and 2. The pitch. Grounded foul again. Brewers do lead it 4-3 in Pittsburgh. Wow. Oh, and 2. Vasquez kicks, fires, and it's way upstairs. Jared Kelenic was starting off the season hot. Then it's gotten pretty cold since May 1st. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch fouled off. Spencer Steer just hit a walk-off 2-run homer to help the Reds win that ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vasquez gets set and fires, and it's just fouled off again. 8 pitches in this AB. One ball, 2 strikes. Vasquez fires, and it's grounded foul. Hunter Harvey is getting loosened up in the bullpen. He's the closer for the Washington Nationals. It's been pretty solid this season. The 1-2. Fly ball hit out to shallow right field. Castellanos tracks it down and makes the catch. Had to run over towards his right side and got there in plenty of time. And there's the first out of the 9th. Well, the difference of this ball game is Stone Garrett's 2-run home run. It was hit back in the top of the 2nd inning, and Garrett is up at the plate now. Vasquez will throw it just below the knees. Larry has seen plenty of Marte and Hoffman. Vasquez is better. 1-0. Slow roller hit over to third base, charging his Bohm. Throws over to first, and it's in time to get out Garrett. He gets him out. Good play by Alec Bohm. He had to hustle and charge over to first. And he did. There's the 2nd out of the inning. It is 8:41 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. Here comes Dom Smith. Pitch number 1, inside and high. Dom has singled 2 times today and has raised his batting average to 262. The pitch. Foul ball. Masataka Yoshida just hit a solo home run to give the Red Sox a 4-0 lead, and that was about 7 minutes ago. 1-1. And the pitch. Ground ball. And it's hit back up the middle, and it gets underneath the glove of Turner out in the center field. So a 2-out single by Dom Smith. It's his 3rd hit of the ball game. The former New York Met doing some damage against the Philadelphia Phillies. Here comes Derek Hill. Flied out and grounded out twice. Vasquez throws it, and it's just on the upper third of the plate. Vasquez gets the signs and fires. It's swung on and missed. Good slider thrown by Andrew Vasquez. On deck for the Washington Nationals is C.J. Abrams. The 0-2, swing and a miss. A check swing, and the home plate umpire, Jansen Visconti, said he went around. And it was a called strike three regardless. All right, time to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Stott will lead things off. Phillies down 2-1 as they're down to their final 3 outs. Hey, JJ, are you the one who left the heater on? What does that mean? Because somebody's throwing gas? Is that why? Yeah. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Or can you hear the fan or what? Guys, please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel, man. It is hot. I'm sure it's hot by you. Man, you guys have been dealing with 100-degree weather. So, I'm sure it is hot where you are. We just need 3 more subscribers to reach the 620 mark, man. That's all we need. Let's get up to the 40 mark when it comes to the likes, man. We got 35 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. If you want the Phillies to hit a home run here, hit that thumbs up button, man. It's what you got to do. They need your help. They need our help. Oh, man. Boy, it'd be really nice to see Phillies try to tie this thing up. It really would. Andrew Vasquez pitched really well. The bullpen's been outstanding. Here's Hunter Harvey, who has a 3.34 ERA. He is 6 for 11 in save opportunities, but has been really strong lately. 35 innings, and he has 39 strikeouts in those 35 innings of work. Bryson Stott will lead things off here in the bottom of the 9th. Phillies fans standing up. Stott in the 9th inning this season is 10 for 29 with 4 RBI in 31 plate appearances. Remember, he did, it was about a month ago. He had a big single with 2 strikes on him. Phillies were down to their final strike, and he got on base, and then Trey Turner hit a game-tying 2-run home run. Lifetime against Harvey, he's 1 for 3 in his career. And he's 2 for 3 today. Harvey throws a curveball, and Bryson Stott takes it low. Stott did strike out swinging his last time up with runners at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the inside corner. Bohm waits on deck. The 1-1 to Bryson Stott is on the outside corner. 99 on the gun for Hunter Harvey. Marsh in the hole. Bohm on deck. 1-2, the pitch. Foul ball. So Stott does stay alive. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Harvey kicks, steals, and it's swung on and missed. For strike 3. Harvey went with a splitter in the dirt, and he wins the battle. First out of the bottom of the 9th. Man, did not want that to happen. And now Bohm is up now. Bohm will take the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Good four-seam fastball there. The 0-1. Hopper hit over to third base. Going to be a tough play, but the throw over to first by Candelario is in time, and Bohm is out, and the Phillies are down to their final out. Nice play by Candelario. He had to throw that thing on the run, and he did. And Phillies are finally down to their final out. Harvey's 28 years old, from Catawba, North Carolina. Marsh with the first pitch. It looked like it was up high, but it's called a strike. Marsh is 0 for 3. He's flied out, popped out, and struck out. Nobody on 2 outs. The 0-1. It's at the knees again, and the Phillies are down to their final strike. Marsh does call for time. Marsh is 1 for 2 lifetime against Hunter Harvey. Harvey kicks, steals, and it's swung on and missed, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies lose by a score of 2-1, and the Nationals take game 1 of this 3-game series. Phillies now fall 43-38. They could not get home a lot of runs. They only got 1 run, and that was on an RBI single by Alec Bohm in the 2nd inning. Other than that, they went blank. And Josiah Gray had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. He allowed 6 hits, 1 earned run, and 1 walk on 99 pitches. And the Phillies definitely have some more work to do, as they now fall 43-38, and they're also now 21-15 at home. And that is going to do it for the Phils. Sanchez takes the L, and Gray gets the win, and Harvey gets another save. All right, guys, I want to thank you all so much for coming on here. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you all on the next one. Please make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. I have to go get something to eat. I am hungry. I'm also a little exhausted. But yes, I love you guys. You guys are the best. All right, catch you all on the next one. Peace out.